Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Oh, so beautiful, so shiny. Crisp, clean. Look at this version, man. I picked this bad boy up well over a decade ago. Or was it about a decade ago? 2011, right? It came out 2011? Hang on, we gotta look. It was 2011. I knew it because I love me some Skyward Sword. But is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword worth it now to get it in HD and $60? Well, might be a little bit biased here, but I love me some Skyward Sword. Let's dig into it. Side note, dig. Let's dig into it. What is that from? Dig. Diglett? I don't know. I've been playing way too much Pokemon. But we're not talking about Pokemon, guys. We are talking about The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. The biggest debate I've seen on the internet, I swear, for the last 2 months now. And that's whether or not that game is actually worth $60. Like I said, I actually still own my original copy that came with the orchestra. Oh, look, here it is. Yeah, look at that. So pretty, so nice in the game. But man, I love this game. It wasn't perfect by any means, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought this was a great game. Fi was really annoying, though. The most annoying character possibly of all time. Although that lately I've been playing another game, and they have perhaps an even more annoying character, and I think they do actually, but I'll get to that one later on in my channel. But yeah, I really enjoyed the crap out of that when I played that 10 years ago. Wow, that's a long time. It feels like yesterday, but it was 10 years ago. And I've listened to both sides of the argument, right? The people that say it's worth the $60 argue that they have made some quality of life improvements, such as HD graphics for starters. They fixed the motion controls. They've done some work clearly into the game that it's worth that $60 price tag. Whereas other people say this was an underwhelming experience and that there aren't significant enough quality of life improvements. Took me a second there to figure out what I was saying. But yeah, that there aren't enough quality of life improvements and that this game is not worth $60, and they don't actually give you a definitive price point of what this game should be worth. 50, 40, 30, maybe free, who knows, but this is where we're at. And I'm gonna give you guys a little dose of reality, South Park style reality, and this isn't going to please anybody, but this is the truth of the matter, is that The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword is worth $60 if people decide it's worth $60. What I mean by that is if the common consumer, not you elitists that know all, the common consumer decides that the game is worth $60 and that they are willing to pay $60, or that the general audience is willing to pay $60 for a said product, then that game or movie or anything else that you want to put a price tag on is worth said price. So if millions of people are going to buy The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword for $60, yeah, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, whether you like it or not, is worth $60. And I've heard all the arguments for this. I've seen them in the comments down below, that you're not going to support this, that it's a bad business practice. Maybe it is, but for a lot of people, they never had the chance to play it, so they don't know how bad it is, so to speak, or how much you dislike it. They've never even had the chance to, and you're already telling them that it's garbage, which doesn't work. That's going to make them want to buy it even more, actually. And then there were people like me, man, that I couldn't get enough of it. This is one of my favorite Zelda games of all time, actually. I played it through regular, then I played it through the hero mode. I put 100+ hours into that bad boy, and I enjoyed it immensely. I loved me those dungeons. Those dungeons were fire. The boss fights, they were easy, but they were super unique, and I really enjoyed those too. I loved the origin story. Loved it. From head to toe. I thought it was great. And then the motion controls for me weren't a problem. I don't know what everybody was complaining about. I had no problem swinging my hand like this, and it was very precise for me. I hardly ever had to set it down and recalibrate or anything. I thought the motion controls were really well done. Maybe it's because I wasn't going to the extreme of other people who thought you could just swing around, but if anybody knows anything about swords, they're very swift, precise movements. You actually don't want to be swinging gung-ho as much as they want you to believe in action movies and stuff. That's not how sword fighting works, but that's okay, because I thought this game was amazing. Flawed, but amazing. And people are going to call me a Nintendo fanboy for this, and yeah, that's fair. I don't know why that's an insult. Fine by me, I love Nintendo. I love PlayStation and Xbox too, but yeah, Nintendo's probably my favorite, and if that makes me a fanboy, great. Will I spend $60 on this product? Absolutely. Do I think it's worth $60? Yes. Do I think the general audience thinks it's worth $60? Yes. Do I think it's going to sell millions of copies whether you like it or not? Of course I do, because you know in your heart of hearts it will. And why? Because people have decided that The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD on the Nintendo Switch is going to be worth $60, and we will all find that out come July and whenever they decide to release the units, and I guarantee you it's going to be in the millions. And I'm not trying to say this is because I'm trying to be a dick. I'm saying this just strictly because this is just the way business works. This isn't that big of a deal, personally. 40, 50, 60 bucks, whatever you think the price is. If you don't think the price is right, don't buy the game. Don't support it. Just don't be surprised when it does miraculously well, because these things tend to happen all the time actually in the video game industry. So it's just the nature of the beast. Alright guys, that's it for me, but if you enjoyed this video, you're welcome to subscribe down there, so that way you can make sure you can call me a dildo puncher every single video, because I made you super mad about Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Yeah, I like this game more than Majora's Mask, and I like this game more than Twilight Princess. Am I making you angry yet? I really do, but I enjoyed this one. Oh yeah, and leave a like. I guess that's something that helps people too. I'm trying to get into the whole thing that people do on YouTube. It's weird though. It just doesn't feel natural to me. And yeah, let me know what you guys think though. Do you think the game's worth $60? What do you think of my logic? Do you think I'm very illogical, or do you think I have a sound reasoning? Let me know in the comments down below, and as always guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, and praise be to Yevon. And Detective Pikachu back there, because he's my bro.